So here I am making Mars video, and apparently this bag of these chili chip thing is open. So I'm like, let's make it, right? So yeah, apparently my camera is here, and the memory card that goes in the camera is in my cabin. So yeah, you'll be seeing these videos for the rest of the week. So today we're going to be covering Mars in the 4,000 Capricorn for Libra Ascendant people. Okay? As in what happens when it's in the 4th house for Libra Ascendant. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, check out the links in the description, astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Maghavidik Astrology Academy, where I'm currently teaching Nadi, and obviously my Vastu and my Dasha, everything courses there. Vastu is like probably very, very successful course. So, let me see if I can like put this here, and then I can put something behind this. What can I put something behind this? Oh yeah, I can put dog food behind this. There you go. Okay. Oh, no. Hold on. There you go. So, Mars in the 4th house. So the very first thing you will see, everything connected related to all the happy events in your life is actually going to be connected with Mars. Okay? So whether it's weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, occasions, you will see Mars will play a very important role. Like especially Mars in transit will be trine from your Mars. And especially because Mars is in the 4th. This isn't, and I've seen it many times, okay? And it is a very common way of understanding this, but I see that people do very well in fields related to land and real estate with Mars. Now, if of course Sun or Saturn comes into play, such people will also be focused on wanting to work in government or administration. Now, one thing that happens with Mars in Capricorn, okay, this individual can be so principled that if disputes occur with this Mars, because Mars alone will not bring huge amount of disputes here, because here Mars is neutralized. See, exalted Mars, which is in Capricorn, doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, well, the planet is at its highest state, so all the things in the world, becomes great regarding Mars. That's not the case. What happens with the exalted planets is that the energy of the planet is neutralized, meaning you attained something or you did so well related to this planet in previous life, is that the urja, the desire, the fire within to achieve some dramatic success is not there. And it's only when you have that obsession to attain that dramatic success will a person either take extreme wrong or right actions. So that extremeness is not there with this Mars. This Mars is like, I am going towards this goal. What do I have to do? They will be patient about it. Why? Because Mars is walking with the energy of Shani, walking with the energy of Saturn. So they're not going to rush into things. Even if like somebody is saying or doing something that can make them angry, it could take a long time for this person to burst out into anger. Unless, of course, you see that Sun is trine from Mars, or if Saturn is sitting with Mars, that's a whole different level. That's a different game I'm talking here. Okay. But Mars alone will not create those things. And then the other thing, because Mars is Bhumi Putra, naturally in Parashri astrology represents land. Capricorn is your 10th lord, original 10th lord. It's the sign of your karma. It's the sign of the performance of the karma. So you will see this person, and a lot of times I've seen a person, even if they're in foreign lands, they feel like, I want to go back to India and start this and do something there and create something there. But one of the things you see is that because Mars is a Bhumiputra in Capricorn, whenever this individual, whether it's you, whether it's somebody else in your life, when they purchase a property or a piece of land, this is where now that a happiness begins to spurt out even more. And if, let's say, Venus gets connected here, then usually such people do very well in south-facing home. See, south-facing home is not all bad. The only reason why everybody kind of runs away from south-facing home is because there's only one direction that is actually the most powerful. But it's the only direction is the most powerful. Everything is just like below average. Everything else can actually be more negative. So the amount of devatas that are there based on that. But again, if you get the door at the right opening, you see people will flourish in that. Now, of course, Mercury comes into play with Mars and Venus. Then you're going to have to see, will the north work better or will the south work better? And then the other thing, especially in younger age, like from grade, first to 12th grade, this person will do very well in even there's things related to sports. Even if they're not into sports, and even if they pick up and are forced into become part of something, they'll do very well in there. And especially 34th year, you will see very significant event happens in home. Okay, very significant. And right now, let's say Mars is alone. There's no other influence on the Mars. Then I can definitely say it'll be more positive. But the influences have to be seen exactly what takes place. And especially with Mars in Capricorn, a person will usually either get a new construction or will construct a home. And whenever you construct a home, one thing you should always pay attention to when Mars, here in this position is Varshafal. Construction and home, you always want to see Varshafal and exactly where Saturn is in transit. Okay. See, I'm doing this on the phone and I'm getting calls. Now, also, the 4th house is the house of the mother. This shows that a mother will be a highly principled person, including this person. But the thing is, when the dispute happens in the home, when any kind of a dispute that takes place, it takes place over neglecting the principles. Either neglecting the principles, not following certain rules and regulations. Like, for example, family has some principle related to feeding homeless people on this particular occasion. Like, for example, let's say Navaratri is happening. One of those days, the mother or the individual said, no, I'm too tired. We won't be doing it this time. This is where arguments can occur. No, this is our principle. We're supposed to do this. And because we're supposed to do this, it becomes our righteous act. Otherwise, this can happen, that can happen. Over those, arguments can occur. Now, on the other hand, you have Mars in this 4th house in Capricorn. Huge fights are occurring in the home. Big fights. There's not even any influence on the Mars. Straight away, you should know one thing. Check the foundation of the home. If Mars is in the 4th in Capricorn and foundation of the home is having cracks, there is, some kind of a mold that is being built in the foundation. Because usually when I had a home in DC, we had a basement. So you could see the whole foundational structure in the basement. Okay, so if those things begin to rot, it's going to disturb the Martian energy. It probably won't disturb Venus's energy or Jupiter or Sun even. But Shani and Mars, especially Mars, is that one planet that if the foundation is not well set and it needs to be either reconstructed or, just like strengthened, Mars will feel weak. So any home that you move to with this Mars, make sure you do inspections in the home, like termite inspection, roof inspection, plumbing inspection. The first thing you should do is a foundation inspection, especially if Ketu becomes trine from Mars or Ketu's conjunct Mars. Don't just go towards the property and say, oh my God, this is such a beautiful property in the beautiful neighborhood. What could go wrong? And you just like, let's just get it. You better make sure that the foundation is to the code. Whatever the zoning laws are in the country is to the code. It's updated. There's no cracks, especially because with Ketu and Mars together, there'll be cracks in the foundation. And if those cracks are there, you move in there, huge fights will occur at the most smallest of things. Like just you wearing the wrong color of shirt and somebody, your spouse or your mother or brother saying something, just creates a disastrous fight. So you see how we can think that, well, my Mars is here. Why are all these things happening? My Mars is exalted and it's this and it's that. You got to understand, if some other influence comes in, it's not going to affect directly Mars. It affects something else that's going to make Mars weak. That's what happens. And of course, if let's say Mars and Rahu were here, in the fourth house, usually such people will flourish when they have, let's say, like solar technology on the roof. So buying up the property, if let's say Rahu is involved, solar technology on the roof will enhance the person's profession, enhance the person's career. But especially because Mars is in Capricorn, regardless of where Shani is going to be affected by Mars in Capricorn. This is why I said any investment in land will become very beneficial for this individual in the long term. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Mars in the fourth house in Capricorn for Libra Ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss the top of videos. So if you want to know where your planetary placements are, all the astrological details, go in the description, chaosastrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.